Hello, good evening. Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, let us start. So I'll present my screen.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening. So my screen is visible to you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I hope all things are fine. I'm audible, visible, as well as my screen is also on the display.
Yes, yes.
Okay, let us start. So welcome everyone to live session 12 on natural language processing course by NPTEL. Myself Shubhi Bansal, your teaching assistant for the course. I hope you have gone through the last few videos of these lectures that were mostly based on sentiment analysis and aspect-based sentiment analysis. So let us see a few questions related to that. So here are seven different words have been given, and we are to categorize them into five of these classes. If you remember, this comes under the category of effective topology, whether a particular word has to be considered as an emotion or a mood or a personality trait or attitude or an interpersonal instance. So I would encourage everyone to please attempt this question and put your answers in the chat box. And this is just single option correct. Please everyone attempt this question and put your answers in the chat box. I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then please attempt this question number 1. This is related to the first lecture, affective topology, first lecture of the week number 12. So this is just single option correct. Everyone should attempt and put their answers in the chat box what they are getting. Only then we will proceed for the discussion. This is a very easy question. Under the category of affective state topology, this concept has been covered in the lecture. Affective states topology. So let us see how many attempted. Balakrishna only. Everyone, please put your answers in the chat box. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. So everyone attempted? Priya Ranjani also attempted. Okay, let us discuss. So if you remember lecture 61, here they have discussed this concept. This, can you see my screen? These are the 5 categories that have been discussed and the words are chosen from here. So it's on page number, lecture transcript at 751 you can refer, and I'll explain it also. So anger would come under which class? Whether it's a mood or an attitude or an emotion.
Emotion.
So this will go under category 4, that is emotion. Cheerful is a mood, right? So it will go under class 1. And what about joy? That is also an emotion. It will go under class 4, because for class 4 they have given this number, for emotion they have given the class as 4. For supportive, this is a kind of a interpersonal trait, how that person is. So this will go under class 5. Hostile, this is a personality trait. So this will go under class 2. And what about desiring? That is an attitude, whether the person is desirable or not. So this will go, attitude is for 3. This will be 3. And emotional. Emotional is also a personality trait, whether the person is practical or emotional. So this will come under category 2. So if we match here 1 to 4, these two options, B and C, then cheerful 1, same in both. 3, 4, same in both. Fourth, from fourth you can figure out the correct option. Supportive is an interpersonal trait, that is fifth option. So correct answer is option B. You can match the remaining as well. For fifth, hostile, the class is a personality trait. Hostile is kind of looking down upon others. And desiring, that is sixth, is for class 3, that you see same in both. And for 7, that is emotional, it is again a personality trait. So if you could have figured out correctly for for word 1 and for word 4, then you could have been able to eliminate the options. So is it clear to all? Is it clear? Any
Yeah.
doubt?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Let's move to the next question.
Madam, we have to remember all these set of words.
I think so, or maybe you can just try to figure out. Like if you see, cheerful and joy, you need not remember. This is very cheerful is very clear. It's a mood, right? And for supportive also, it will be better if you can remember. It's not like a lot of words. If you just go through it once or twice a day, then you will be easily able to remember it. Or you can figure it out on your own by going through these words and linking them to the respective class. As I told, try to eliminate the options. That also works in many cases. Okay, is it fine?
Okay.
Okay, let's move to the next question. So how are the sentiment lexicons related? This also we have seen in lecture, one of the lectures. So how do we add the polarity to the word? Let's say I have one word excellent, and why another word I have good. And let's say the score for this was 5, the score for this was 3. But now let's say I add not excellent and not good. So should I make 5 to minus 5 and 3 to minus 3? Or should I do like not excellent is should have a lesser negative score as compared to not good? So what are the criteria that they use for creating the sentiment lexicons? What are the points that they try? You just go through these all the options and then try to tick. Be very careful in the questions where we have the one of the options as all of the above. So you have to carefully look whether all the options satisfy or not. Please attempt, everyone. This will help you to practice and perform well in the exam as well as help us to analyze how well you understood the concept or whether you need to go through it again or not. D. People are answering D. So I think all of you have been able to attempt. Let us discuss. Many people answered this time. Let us see what should be the correct answer. So the first option says same polarity words connected by and. We have seen that when we want to create, like there are a lot of lexicons already available, that is LIWC, linguistic inquiry word count, word Sentinet is one of them that is already available. Like this there are 2 3 more that are available. So this is one category that are already available. But let's say we want to create our own lexicons, then these are the rules that we can adopt. Same polarity words, but they're connected by the and objective. Like one example that they discussed in the slides was the or let's say I will discuss the sky is clear and bright. So whether these two words should be assigned the same polarity or not. If we see here, when they're connected by this connector and, so they are both referring to, they are both leading to the positive direction, no, clear as well as bright. So this option satisfies. You can think of simple sentences like this for option B. The place was clean but noisy, or let's say messy. So when this word but is there, it is referring to something negative, right? That one thing is good, but on the other hand, the other thing is bad. So the opposite polarity words that are connected by but. This intuition can also be used, right? Is it clear with the help of this sentence? Like if one word says about this cleanliness, but the other thing says it is noisy, so it is referring to opposite polarities, right? So this is also correct. And antonyms of a positive polarity word have negative polarity and vice versa. So like in this example we took, not excellent, not good, whether I should be adding the same polarity, whether should I should make it from excellent to non excellent, I'll reverse the polarity, or what value of the polarity do I need to add. On adding not, these do not become exactly opposite. Let's say if we take two words like excellent and then the other word is terrible, so if I add not to it, then not excellent, it becomes kind of negative, and not terrible, it kind of becomes refers to the positive, as compared to when we had only this word excellent, it was positive, and when we had this word only terrible, it was negative. So this option is also correct, that the antonyms of the positive polarity word have negative polarity, that is when we added not, then how do we assign the scores, that thing, and vice versa. And since all these options are correct, so the correct answer is option D. Is it clear to all? Option D. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Any doubts, anyone? Please feel free to ask. Any doubts?
No, clear, madam.
Okay, let's move to the next question then. This can be multiple select question. More than one option can be correct here. Here I tell you in problem solving sessions, but in assignments and in paper they might not tell you. So you yourself have to think, eliminate the options or go through all the options one by one to identify whether more than one option is correct or not. If they're explicitly specified, then it will be very good for you. If not, you have to go through the options and then see. So everybody please attempt and put your answers in the chat box. After this, we will solve one numerical question. Everyone, please give it a try and put your answers in the chat box. If any new concept comes like Ackman's basic emotions, if you have not seen in the lecture, after the lecture or the assignment, try to go through this. Just Google what is this. If any question related to this comes in the exam, then you should know that you have seen this term somewhere in your assignments or in the lecture, and then you should be aware of it. As of now, it's fine that you don't know what is Ackman's basic emotions not covered in the lecture. But once you have seen this term somewhere, then you should be very cautious about it and try to do a little analysis on this. What is this? What is the number of the basic emotions it proposes? What are those? Like this, you try to see. So, shall we discuss? Anyone put their answers in the chat box? B. It was at 6:19. Have you answered for this question? Okay, I don't think that people are attempting this question. Let us discuss. Emotions are instinctive and usually short-lived, whereas sentiments are stable and valid for a longer period of time. This option is correct. This is just the definition of emotions and sentiments. Usually, people think that these two terms can be used interchangeably, but not. Now, you clearly see why. What is the difference here? Emotions are instinctive and short lived, but that is not the case for the that is not the situation for the case of sentiments. Sentiments are long lived. So, from now on, you can remember emotions and sentiments. This is short lived. This is stable and stays for a longer period of time, and this is instinctive as well. And Valencia arousal dominance is a dimensional model of dimension analysis. This we have seen where it was discussed that in this direction we take the valency and in this direction we take the arousal. And there were different sentiment analysis model that they take different dimensions into account. So one of the models also take this Valencia arousal dominance into account. So this is a dimensional model of emotion analysis. This is also correct. And Ackman proposed the set of 6 basic emotions, not 8. So this option is not correct, and hence option D is also not correct. So in this case, your answer would be option A and B. Clear to all? Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we go to the next question or any discussion you would like to have on this?
What are the six basic emotions?
Okay. So that is like fear. I will write it here. So those basic emotions are fear, anger, disgust, joy, sadness, and surprise. Clear? These maybe you can try to remember. These are the 6 basic emotions that are proposed by Ackman. Okay? Joy, fear, sadness, anger, surprise, and disgust. Clear?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, let's go to the next question then. This is a numerical question. Please attempt this. Directly formula based. Polarity of the phrase absolutely you need to calculate here. Alta Vista is one of the models that they give, and what formula it uses, it's absolutely near amazing, the value is given as 1300. Absolutely near disgusting, the value is given as 740. Hits of amazing is 2900 and hits of disgusting is 1680. So you have to find the polarity of the phrase absolutely. Everyone, please attempt. This is an easy question. Give it a try. Directly formula based. We'll give you 5 minutes to solve this. Take your time and then you put the answers in the chat box. When the values of this kind are given, hits near absolutely near amazing. Try to see which form of the formula fits that we have seen in the lectures and then accordingly attempt. Try to convert the given expressions into that format and then put these values. Okay. Try to look which form of the formula fits here and how we can attempt. We'll discuss in 5 minutes. Anyone able to attempt this question? Please put your answers in the chat box. If you're not able to solve, let me know. We will proceed with the discussion then. Or if you need time, please raise your hands, those who are solving and need time. Please raise your hands. Okay. We'll wait for 3 more minutes, okay? Not able to. Let's wait for this one person. Then we will see what formula to use, how we can approach this question. It's 6:30. I will start the discussion by 6:33. Able to attempt? Unable to solve. Then let's start the discussion. I will take an additional slide and then we will see what is the solution. I hope my screen is still visible to you people. So it's been given probability or hits. I think it's hits. Fine. Hits of absolutely, I'm writing as abs near amazing. that is given as 1300. Hits of absolutely near disgusting, that value is given as 740. Then hits of amazing is given as 2900, and hits of disgusting is given as 1680. So now we are to find the polarity of the phrase absolutely. So that one formula that we can use is principle of mutual information that we saw in the earlier lectures. That this stands for the principle of mutual information. For that you can do principle of mutual information absolutely. Yeah, hello, any doubt? Is it am I clear? Is there any doubt? I'm visible, audible, my screen is visible.
Yes, yes, clear.
I'll proceed,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes.
I heard somebody's voice. So we will calculate it like absolutely near amazing minus the PMI of absolutely near disgusting. If you remember in the lecture we have discovered it, taken this like as probability of phrase near word 1 minus probability of phrase near word 2, right? So this is your formula that we are to use. This is the formula that you will use for this question. Now let us see. We have been given the values in terms of hits, right? So how to convert it into that way? So we saw that the answer that we should be getting like should be absolutely near amazing minus PMI of absolutely near disgusting. I'm not again writing the values. We will use it from the previous slide. So that this PMI value, how can I write it? That I can write as log 2. PMI of x comma y. How do I write this? Log 2 probability of x comma y upon probability of x into probability of y. Let's say here your x is this first word, absolutely. Y is your second word, amazing. Then in this case, what will be your first word x here? Absolutely. And what will be your second word in this case? Disgusting. So you can write it as log 2 probability of absolutely comma amazing upon probability of absolutely into probability of amazing minus log 2 probability of absolutely comma disgusting upon probability of absolutely into probability of disgusting. This is one formula, but do I have the values in terms of probabilities? Tell me in what term do I have these values?
Yeah, hits are given.
Hits. So this form of the formula is not valid in our case. What we will do is we will apply this formula. This is one another formula to solve. So the formula that we need to use in our case is this one, that is log 2 hits of absolutely near amazing upon hits of absolutely near disgusting. Do remember what is the phrase for which we are trying to find the value is polarity, whose value we are trying to find is absolutely. And in the reverse will be their individual hits. So hits of disgusting upon hits of amazing, and of this entire thing we will take the log 2 value. So this is given to me as hits of absolutely near amazing. This value is given as 1300, right? Absolutely near amazing. So I'll put 1300. Clear? And what is the value of absolutely near disgusting? 740 here. You can see my cursor, right?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay. Now, I said for the word two, we will take its hits in the reverse order. Hits of disgusting upon hits of amazing. So, what is the value of hits of disgusting? That is 1680. And what is the value for hits of amazing? That is 2900. You can see in the question also. That is 2900. Now, let us try to solve this. If you solve this and take out the entire value, it will come out as log 2 of 1.0177. And if you further solve this, this will come out to be 0.02531. That is contained in this option A. So this is your answer. Got it? So first we saw in what terms the values were given to it. This is the formula that we are to apply, polarity of absolutely. That is the principle of mutual information of absolutely. The phrase whose polarity we need to find. Absolutely near amazing minus PMI of absolutely near disgusting. And then we saw which form of the formula fits. For calculating the PMI, one formula is this. PMI of x comma y, that is equals to log 2 probability of x comma y upon probability of x into probability of y. But this doesn't fit since I do not have the probabilities I have in terms of hits. So then I use this formula. Log 2 of hits of absolutely near amazing upon hits of absolutely near disgusting. And in the reverse ratio, I will take the hits of the individual words, that is into hits of disgusting upon amazing, and the log 2 of the entire value, log base 2. That value comes out to be 0.02531. Clear to all?
Yeah, okay, okay.
Any doubt? Please feel free to ask. Any doubt, anyone? I summarized also the solution. So, is it clear?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go to the next question then. This is an easy one. Why do we use the scale likelihood? If you remember the formula for scale likelihood, you can be easily able to solve this. What is likelihood? You know, just why do we call it a scale likelihood? By what value we are scaling? This is directly formula based question. Even you need not plug in the values. Just remember the formula, attempt and get the answer. So I'm already giving you the hint. Apply the formula for log likelihood. Try to think what is the formula for scale likelihood, log likelihood I'm saying. Scale likelihood.
But it is not asking any formula no, in the question.
But if you remember the formula, it will be very easy to solve. You
No,
can
it's
attempt it howsoever you feel like and put your answer in the chat box. While discussing, I tell you how we can use the formula here. Why I said we can use the formula. If you remember the formula, you can be able to solve it.
yeah, but the question looks like is not a calculation
Okay.
question.
Whatever you feel like, the way you feel like should be attempted, you can attempt.
Okay.
2 minutes more. Put your answers in the chat box, everyone. Please attempt. Please attempt, everyone. Put your answers in the chat box. Easy question, very easy. Two more minutes I'll give. Please attempt. Okay, I don't see any answers in the chat box. Okay, people are attempting. Great. Let us see how we can solve this. Why I said if you remember the formula, it will be easy to solve. What is scale likelihood? Joining now. Okay. What is the formula for scale likelihood? Why I said if you remember the formula, it will be easy to solve. Likelihood. That is the conditional probability, right? So that is probability of the word given a class. And by what factor do we scale it? Probability of the word. I said this is not a formula based question, but if you remember the formula, it will be very easy to solve. Why? Why we are now they ask what is the intuition behind using scale likelihood so that we can make it comparable across the sentiment classes. Are we making it comparable over the sentiment classes? Here W stands for the word and C stands for the sentiment class. So what are we making it comparable across? Speak up.
So what? No?
Yes, absolutely. We can see that the word is there in the denominator. That's why I said it is not a formula based question, but if you remember the formula, it will be very easy to solve. Right? Yeah, we want to make it comparable across the words. That's why we are dividing by the probability of the word and not the probability of the class. Okay. Is it clear? Clear to all? No response? response today. Why? Are you people there or not?
Yes, yes, we are there.
But
Yeah.
there is no response today. Why? How do I get to know? Okay, let us go to the next question. Why do we apply the polarity shift technique? Attempt it, everyone. Any doubt in the previous question? Attempt it, we'll discuss. Now the session is about to get over. Normalization problems. I don't think so. Please check your answer again. Normalization problem. If there was this option of using scale likelihood, then we could have said it's for solving the normalization problems. But we are talking about the polarity shift. First, you need to understand what is the polarity shift. I'll give you an example that might help you to understand. We discussed this example earlier also. Let's say we are having two words, good and excellent. Good is having the polarity of 3, excellent is having the polarity of 5. Now I add this word, not in front of good, not in front of excellent. So should I directly do from this 3, shall I make it as minus 3? And from this 5, shall I make it as minus 5? Or for the word not, I take its polarity as, let's say, minus 4. Then in this case, it should be like 3 minus 4 equals minus 1. Let's see it this way. Not excellent here is having a higher negative score. But in this case, not good is having a lower negative score. Ideally, we know that not excellent should have a higher score, right? Rather than not good. So it should not be minus 3 to minus 5. So directly reversing the polarity in this case, is it a good option? Tell me. Directly reversing the polarity from 3 to minus 3 when we append not to it. Is it a good option?
No.
Why? Because we see that if we add it randomly with this polarity of the word, let's say to not I assign the probability of -4, 3 minus 4. Sorry, this. If we are directly reverse, 3 to -3, not excellent is -5. But not excellent should have a lesser negative score as compared to not good. That's why reversing the polarity is not a correct option. But if I do like, I have some polarity for the word not, 3 minus 4 minus 1. And in this case, 5 minus 4. This is like the word good. This is the word not. I'm just adding plus 3 minus 4 plus 5 minus 4. This value is 1. Here we see, sorry, this should be for the not good. And this is for not excellent. Okay. So we are seeing that in this case, not excellent is having a better score than not good, right? Then this scenario is correct, right? If I add the polarity like this, 3 minus 4, 5 minus 4, right? It is a better option than reversing the polarity. Everyone there with me?
Yeah, this is better, but what we call this? This is, we are not
This technique
normalizing.
is only known as the polarity shift. That's why I told
Okay,
you, you
this.
should know what is the polarity shift. This thing is known as the polarity shift. And as we can see from the example, this is used to handle the negations.
Okay, okay.
I told you, you need to know what is the meaning of the polarity shift here. Shall I explain once again?
Yeah, okay, okay.
I will explain it again. So, I have the word excellent, I have the word good, and I have the polarity here. Let's say the polarity is 5. For good, the polarity is 3. Now, I have another word, not excellent, not good. Let's say the polarity for the word not is, what did we take in the previous example? -4. If I'm appending this word not and I directly reverse the polarity, so this will become -5, and for this it will become, for not good, it will become -3. And then I can see, according to this technique, reversing the polarity, I just reverse from +5 to -5 the polarity value. When I reverse the polarity, then polarity for not excellent is -5, and polarity for not good is -3. -3, if we go in the negative direction, -3 is greater than -5, right? Which implies that not good is a better word than not excellent. Is it correct? Not good is a better word than not excellent, or it exudes more positive sentiment than the word not excellent. Is it correct?
Yeah, but this is confusing, madam.
This is confusing. See, not
Not good,
excellent
not
means it
excellent.
is
This
good.
is
You can think of not excellent as being good or being
okay,
better.
okay,
But not good means bad.
okay,
So,
okay.
do you think good is better than bad? Like the good should have a more positive sentiment or more positive polarity than the word bad. But here we see the trend is just the opposite. If you reverse the polarity directly, is
Okay,
it
okay.
still confusing?
Okay, okay.
Now
Okay,
you
then.
got it, right?
Hmm.
So then this technique of reversing the polarity is not correct. What we could do is add the polarity of the word or shift the polarity. What we could do here, for the word excellent, for not excellent, for the word not, the polarity is -4. For the word excellent, the polarity is 5. So it becomes minus 4 plus 5, that is 1. And for here, not is minus 4. And for good, the polarity is 3. So this becomes minus 1. So not excellent, having more positive polarity, that is 1, rather than the word not good. This is technically correct because we can think of not excellent as being as good and not good as being as bad. Good is better, having more positive polarity than the word bad. So 1 is greater than minus 1, and this technique is known as the polarity shift. Discussed in lecture 4 of week 12. Is it clear now?
Yes, yes.
Great. So answer is option C here. So this was your last problem solving session from my side. In case you have any doubts, please feel free to write to me at this email address in case you have any doubts or anything you want to ask. And this is the YouTube channel where I've uploaded the links for all the problem solving sessions I have taken so far. Today's session will also be uploaded shortly in 1 or 2 hours so that you can refer to this channel and get your doubts resolved for the questions that I have discussed. So I hope it was clear to you, this topic and the previous topics.
Yeah, madam, I have one question.
Yes, please. Go
I
ahead.
see in the last video, Professor has mentioned that in the final exam there will be 8 questions of 5 marks each.
Hmm.
So this 5 marks questions, how large it will be? Like say, any sample question, how it will look like?
I think where you got the, you must have gotten the exam format, right? They just
Exam
released
format.
the mail yesterday or day before yesterday regarding the NPTEL and NLP exam. In case you still have any doubt, like how these questions would be subjective or not, you can write a mail to the NPTEL team.
Mhm. No, it is
NPTEL
only mentioned
team.
whether it is paper based or CBT.
I think it will be CBT. You might need to type, or it can be pen paper based. You need to ask the on the official thread that on which they are discussing the exam format. No.
No, this is a CBT. This is CBT.
Uh,
So how will be 5 marks questions? Seems like a large question. So on CBT, then how it will
In
be?
CBT, it might be then MCQ based, or you might need to type your answer, or maybe scan your answer copy. I mean, you need to ask them.
Yeah, because professor has mentioned that 8 questions will be of 5 marks each.
Hmm.
So I mean, in the last video it is there.
Okay.
So
Please write back to them to get this doubt resolved. On that
okay,
email thread you write on which they are discussing the exam format, the exam will be on this date. Okay, do
okay,
write, and whatever they tell you, prepare accordingly.
okay, okay.
Okay, any other doubt?
No,
Okay,
I mean,
thank you, thank you all. It was a good journey with you people.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
okay. Thank you, madam.
Yes, thank you.